it is, but
I can't remember anything.
All right, so I guess we'll get right into it, man. You want to do UFC? You want to just go right in order, dude? We'll do UFC 111 and then WrestleMania, Raw, Impact, do something like that.
I'm trying to think right now what was even on the UFC card. It seems like so long ago. What the?
Well, they had Nate Diaz, who fought on a prelim card, and I had no idea. It didn't even cross my mind that these things usually, or they have been, airing on Spike TV. And
you didn't watch the prelims?
No, well, I missed the first prelim fight, and then we were flipping through the channels, and there it was, dude. And I said, "Oh, Jesus Christ, man!" But it was just the start of the Diaz fight. So we were able to catch that. But the one before that, I don't even know what it was.
It was Ricardo Almeida. It wasn't that. That was probably one of the more boring fights of the night. So Diaz was one of the better fights of the night, surprisingly. So you got in there just in time.
Yeah, we saw that. So, I mean, that was all right. And then we had the pay-per-view. I did the a stream thing. Got a live stream thing that I got. So that was, I mean, it was horrible. I thought GSP versus Dan Hardy in the main event, I thought that was garbage.
I don't think it was. I don't know. Everybody was trashing that fight. It was kind of the same thing we saw when we went to Vegas and he fought BJ Penn. But it's like he doesn't just sit on you. I mean, he passes the half guard, he passes the mount, he takes your back, he tries an arm bar and almost rips your arm off. He tries a Kimura and almost rips your shoulder off. Like, he's doing stuff, but Dan Hardy won't tap out, and he's afraid. You don't want to stand with him. So this is like pretty much all he's got to do. So.
Right, yeah.
I mean, it was busy enough that, like, the John Fitch fight was atrocious, I thought. And it was funny because Fitch was kind of talking shit about how boring GSP's fight was at the post-fight press conference, and Fitch had the most boring fight of the night, where he literally just laid on the guy.
Is something wrong with my telephone, man? I got a brand new phone on Friday. People in the chat room, is something wrong?
It looks like you're just talking or coming through way louder than usual and louder than me right now. At least that's what it looks like on the thing, but I don't know what it sounds like live because that's different than the recorded.
Yeah, I got a brand new phone, so I don't know what to do. Hopefully people can hear me. People, guys in the chat room, I mean, let me know what the deal is, and I'll try to get away from the phone or something. But it's a brand new phone, so I don't know what it is. They say it's a fuzzy sound. Maybe I would do something like that.
You talk too close. I don't know. I have no idea.
Whatever. All right, WZROnline.com/chat. Get to the live chat room and live phone calls in hour number 2. All right, here we go. WrestleMania. Well, what else we got on UFC 111?
We only had one fight. We had the breakthrough of Shane Carwin. He fought Frank Mir in an interim heavyweight title fight. Winner fights Brock Lesnar. And Shane Carwin came into the fight 11-0. All 11 wins by knockout, all in the first round, all in under 2 minutes. And he beat Frank Mir in the first round by knockout. It wasn't 2 minutes, it was about 3 minutes this time, but he still knocked him out in the first round, just destroyed him. And they had Brock Lesnar come in the cage after the fight, and Brock told Shane Carwin his belt was fake and that he's got the real one. And Dana White said at the post-fight press conference that the Carwin-Lesnar fight will happen early July. So
is that what
July pay-per-view? Yeah.
No, yeah, but Lesnar and Carwin were at least in the ring. From what I saw, they were respectful of each other. You know what I mean?
Lesnar was kind of being a bit of a dick. I mean, he was
right.
Felt fake and shit like that. But Carwin was like, whatever, I'll fight you and get the real one. It wasn't no big deal.
Yeah, and that's classic Lesnar too, coming from a pro wrestling.
Oh, dude, the crowd was shitting all over him. He walked in there. He loved it. You could see this big grin on his face, like, I love this shit.
Oh yeah, no doubt. And that's, I mean, he's obviously trying to sell the fight. So if you rattle somebody up, get under the skin. But Carwin just wasn't having it. You know what I mean? It seemed like he was respectful and basically said, I'll fight him. We'll see who's the better guy.
Yeah, actually, Lesnar went to that UFC with Paul Heyman, and they had dinner with Stone Cold Steve Austin too that weekend and all that. But Dana White said Lesnar was sitting next to him during the show. And during the main event, when it first started, he was asking Lesnar who he would rather win, and he said Mir. And when Carwin won, Dana White said, Lesnar said, oh well, I'll just fight this guy. I got a call coming through, sorry.
It's all good. Now, the Mir, I'll give you this. Mir versus Carwin was obvious. Well, I think it was the fight of the night because I expected more from Ben Saunders and John Fitch, and that was shit. And then
that Fitch Alves fight would have been so great, though. That's what sucks, because that was the reason. I mean, technically I forgot I have to order them all anyway now. But that was the reason I was going to order that one when I thought I had a choice whether to watch it online or order it. I was going to order it mainly for that fight. So.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. We were talking on what was it on I think it was yesterday, and basically we said, Jesus, man, if you ordered UFC 111 on Saturday night and then you ordered WrestleMania, I mean they weren't horrible, you know what I mean? But to spend what $50 on UFC and $50 or more on WrestleMania because they raised the price, I mean that'd be what,
over $100 no matter how you.
Yeah, over $100 for two pay-per-views that weren't all that good.
They weren't worth $100. That's for sure.
No, obviously not, man. That's God bless online streams, illegal online streams, right? God bless.
I'm still out 50 from the UFC. You didn't order either one of them, did you?
No, you ordered UFC.
Yeah, I have to order all the UFCs. I got to do play-by-play of them.
Yeah, I told you
I don't trust stream sites other than Rob's and WrestlingStreams.net, and he doesn't do UFC.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know what? Fights, if it crashes in the middle of my play-by-play, I would be pissed, and I'll be screwed too. So.
Yeah, dude, I had a. Let me.
Why do I hear an echo?
Huh?
You got your speakers up, jerk off?
No, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck's going on with my phone, dude, or if there's a way that I can fix it. I mean, I'm audible, but it's kind of fuzzy. They're right. It's a little bit fuzzy. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I don't think I can do it from my end if it's your phone.
Maybe if I don't want to. If I do something, Jesus, man, maybe I'll get booted here. Let's try this. You there?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that sucks. I can't do that. I don't know. Fuck it. You guys are gonna have to deal with it. I'll try to get a fix for next week. Maybe I can get back on my other phone or whatever I was using from before. But my bad. All right. Oh, by the way, guys, we have before we get into WrestleMania, we're gonna run that down. We just got ratings in for last night's show.
What the fuck, dude? Is that you?
I have no idea.
I'm just sitting here listening to you talk. That started chopping and repeating.
I have no idea what that was. Jesus.
Why would you switch your phone? Why would you do that, man?
I don't know, dude. Because the other one was all fucked up and broke. But whatever, dude. I'm all clusterfucked now. Jesus. Oh, ratings for Monday night. Last night, TNA Impact drew a .6.
Ooh, God damn.
And well, I expected that, dude. How could you not expect that? You know what I mean? Raw drew a 3.7. So that's up. Yeah, so that's up from last time. I mean, now is not a good time. You know what I mean? As far as ratings are concerned. I mean, we're talking last week. It was the pre-WrestleMania show, and they did, what was it, 3.2, right?
3.3, I think. I don't know.
3.2, 3.3 last week, and then last night, your post-WrestleMania show to drop 3.7. I mean, that's brutal. You know what I mean? I expected at least close to a 4.0, maybe a 3.9, somewhere around there, dude. But
I thought it would grow, too, as the show went on, because, I mean, there was big shit going on every segment, you know?
Yeah, it was, and then they hyped up the Shawn thing at the end throughout with tons of video packages.
Yeah, the whole show, they were, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. So a 3.7 for Monday Night Raw and a 0.6 for TNA Impact. And last week's ratings, I believe, well, Fly Fox says it was 3.4, but I don't know that Raw was at 3.4 last
Yeah, I think it was, because it was a 3.7 the previous, and it dropped 0.3, and we thought that was bad going into the rest of the night.
All right, no doubt. That's what it was. So we'll talk more about Monday Night Raw and TNA Impact in just a few minutes. We've got our live chat room, guys, WZROnline.com/chat. Get in there, lots of people, and we'll do chat shout-outs here in hour number 2. All right, let's talk about WrestleMania from this past Sunday night, man. We had, top to bottom, man. Give it a school letter grade. Why don't we do a poll, too, if you... I
already got one up, yeah. It's that's the question. What school grade would you give WrestleMania 26, A, B, C, or D, since we only have 4 options?
No doubt. What do you think, my man?
I don't know. Right now, leading the pack is B, and I'm thinking about a B minus, maybe a C plus or a B minus.
Yeah, I was gonna say a C plus, man. Things just didn't click. You know what I mean? As far as the matches were concerned, I don't know. I just, watching Money in the Bank, and there was just...
I thought they found a way to make Money in the Bank okay, because I wrote in the play-by-play, like, as soon as the match started, I said, this just looks like a mess. There was 10 people in the ring.
I know.
Luckily, they found a way to do it where they would have them fighting on the outside, and then 2 people or 3 people would come in at a time, do some spots, and they'd go to the outside and then switch around. So that was good.
Right.
And there were some cool-ass spots, like Kofi Kingston using them fucking ladders as stilts. That was awesome.
That was cool, dude. And
that was cool as shit. Airborne off the ladder, that was awesome.
Yep, that's what I just...
They were stabbing, what was it, Jack Swagger was underneath the ladder, and Christian and Hardy took ladders and were fucking shoving him in the middle of the ladder to hit him, and then they locked him together so he was stuck under there. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, there was some cool spots, man. It just seemed like things weren't clicking, you know what I mean? It just seemed like
there was too many people, I think.
Yeah.
There was only like one or two people where you thought, well, they're going to win. And Jack Swagger wasn't one of them either, so I guess they surprised you with that. But you know what was the funniest about that was when he won, and I wrote this too, because he was up there trying to get the briefcase down, Jack Swagger.
For a minute, dude. Yeah.
He took so long. I literally thought like he was waiting for somebody to come knock him off the ladder because he wasn't supposed to win in the match. And then when he finally got it off, I was like, I wrote my play-by-play like, oh, somebody's about to come get him. Wait a minute. And then he won, and I was like, oh, never mind. Nobody was coming to get him. He just took